Since Cyborg 009 vs Devilman has come out, two old series have been introduced to a new audience, who have no idea what they are even about. Because of this, I decided I should review some titles that are under the names. I will only do movies and OVAs to give you a quicker run on how they are presented. The TV series will be for another time as it has much to cover on. I will try to minimize the spoilers, so enjoy the show. Let's start with the first one of the Cyborg movie simply called Cyborg 009, made by Toei Animation. Cyborg 009 from 1966 is about Joe Shimomura, a half-Japanese race car driver who gets himself in an accident and gets taken away by an evil top-secret organization called Black Ghost. There, with other people from the four corners of the world, are turned into a group of super-powered cyborgs. Black Ghost, led by Skull, wants to use these cyborgs as killing machines to help themselves feed off the war economy and global warfare. Of course, this backfired as Cyborg wants world peace and escape with the help of one of the scientists, Dr. Gilmore. Will Joe, who has been proclaimed as the leader of the group, and the other escape clutches from the Black Ghost? So let's get to the good part. The action scenes are done well for its time, and it's entertaining to see how the cyborgs are overcoming whatever the organization is throwing at them. All the cyborgs have their own unique abilities and show it off to how they work with each other. For the voice actor, they have done a decent job. The voice matched the character's sound and personality. Even if some look like stereotype, I'm surprised they brought a nice word for each and every one. They could have easily done it the other way around. I have no real problem with how the character looks like, for the most part, but the design on the villain is just too silly for me. I mean, this guy is supposed to bring war to the world, right? With those things actually being in his mouth. The animation can suffer sometimes with the repeated shots and sequences, especially during action scenes. This is troublesome since this was on the big screen and not on a small screen, but I let this thing pass since it was made in the 60s, where even Disney was doing it. As you might have guessed, this is actually an adaptation from the source material, the manga. Even if it changed Joe from being a juvenile to a race car driver, since maybe he would look better that way, I guess. As much as this follows the manga, it might be followed it too well, but the way they've told this movie, it's more like a straight adaptation than a retelling, which I think the movie suffered from the most. The story seems to be covered the first chapters of the first arc and the last chapter of the second arc, which is weird in a narrative considered 2/3 of the movie introducing the character and escaping Black Ghost, just to have the time skip and the final battle at this climax. Even if we spend most of the movie introducing these characters, we don't know much about them. I can say that we know more about their powers than their personalities. Not to mention, if you go through the movie again, it also seems that this movie is more aimed at the leader of the group rather than the group itself, which can be disappointment for those who want to see a chemistry between all the characters. Even with these flaws, the movie is okay. The movie is good for those who want to skip the first two arcs of the manga. But for those who already have, this movie will not give you anything new, especially the first TV series started 2 years afterwards. But the opening is nice, at least. Would I recommend it? Maybe. I mean, go and see it if you're into some cheesy 60s cyborg action.